I know, Andy is lovely.
He is.
You should get to know him. He's really lovely. Anyway, moving on with the weather. This morning, for some of us, it is a chilly start to the day, but today, generally, it's going to be fairly cloudy with outbreaks of rain in the east, and some of that spreading a little bit further west. High pressure is firmly in charge. This is our weather front. It's sinking slowly southwards, so we'll have rain not just in eastern areas, some of that in the Midlands, getting in towards the West Country and later on into the Channel Islands as well. Now, most of it will be light, but we will see the odd heavy burst. But look at all this cloud on the charts. Some low cloud, some drizzle, some mist, some hill fog as well. The best of the sunshine today across central and eastern Scotland, northwest England, and also parts of the southwest of England, South Wales and the southwest Midlands. Temperatures today, well, if you're in the sunshine for any length of time, we could hit 16 or 17 in parts of central Scotland, which will be fairly warm for the time of year. But generally, we're looking at 11 to about 14 degrees. Now, as we head on through the evening and overnight, still a lot of cloud, some mist, some fog on the hills and the coasts, still some rain and drizzle across parts of England and Wales, and in the northwest of Scotland and also parts of Northern Ireland. That cloud will be thick enough for some drizzle as well, but it's not going to be a particularly cold night, except for where we have got broken cloud. Now, high pressure firmly in charge tomorrow, and the further north and west that you are, we hang on to the milder air. But look at the difference. We've got blue coming into the charts, indicating a change in the feel of the weather. So we're going to start pulling in more of a northeasterly flow across the southeast, and we're pulling in dry air from the continent, so we'll see a bit more sunshine. But look at the rest of the country, a lot of cloud around, and again, thick enough for some drizzle here and there. But with that northeasterly wind, well, it is going to feel cold right on that coastline of the North Sea. So do wrap up warmly if you're planning on going out. Move further west and north, as we saw on the air mass chart. It will be that bit milder. Now, into the weekend, well, Friday and Saturday, even into Sunday, we still have high pressure in charge. But on Saturday, note there's a weather front. Look at those isobars. It is going to be increasingly getting windier through the day across the north of Scotland and also the Northern Isles. And then we'll also see a weather front coming in across the northwest, which will bring in some rain later. A lot of cloud once again, the best of the breaks across parts of eastern Scotland and northeast England. And those are our temperatures, 8 to 12 degrees. And as for the rest of the weekend and into next week, well, on Sunday the wind will ease. High pressure is still in charge, but it's starting to slip south, and that means more Atlantic fronts will come in from the west. So although the next few days on this chart look like they'll be bone dry, they won't necessarily be so. Naga and Charlie.
Carol, thanks very much. See you later on.
Morning is another cloudy day ahead. We've got some rain, especially across parts of England, more especially in the east. The best of the sunshine, central and eastern Scotland, northwest England and the southwest. I'll have all the details coming up. It's a pretty good weather forecast for yesterday, Naga. There was a lot of cloud around too in some parts, but equally a lot of people did see some sunshine. And do you know what? It's not going to be too dissimilar today, because once again there is a lot of cloud around. There will be some sunshine, but we've also got some rain. Now, most of the rain is in the east, but some of that will drift further west. We've got some at the moment, for example, across parts of the Midlands, and we could see it extending into the southeast and also the West Country and the Channel Islands as we go through the day. But look at the extent of the cloud cover. So by the time we get to the afternoon, there'll still be some sunshine across parts of the southwest of England, the southwest Midlands, South Wales, for example, but we're prone to some outbreaks of rain across the Midlands, East Anglia, the southeast and eastern parts of England. Northwest England, sunshine for you. Central and southern Scotland, some sunshine. But for Northern Ireland and northern and western Scotland, more cloud. And here it will be thick enough for some drizzle. Now, temperatures today, in prolonged spells of sunshine, somewhere across, for example, the central lowlands, we could hit 16 or 17 degrees. That's pretty warm for this time of year for the central lowlands. But generally, we're looking at up to about 10 or 11. Along the North Sea coastline with an onshore flow, it will feel cooler than that. As we head on through the evening and overnight, we still do have some rain across eastern England, thick enough cloud for some drizzle in western areas, some clear skies, and of course where we've got broken cloud, that is where the temperatures will be at their lowest. But generally speaking, it's not going to be a particularly cold night. I'll have a longer weather forecast in about half an hour, but for now, back to Naga and Charlie.
Carol,
Naga, thank you very much.
See you later.
Simply moving on. Good morning, everybody. You know, for some of us this morning, it's a gorgeous start to the day, but for a lot of us, it's actually very cloudy. Look at this lovely Weather Watchers picture taken earlier in Nairn in the Highlands. But as I mentioned, a lot of cloud today, some rain, not just in the east. We'll see some of that travelling a bit further west. On the satellite, look at the big hole in all this cloud. This is an area of high pressure. You can see the cloud toppling right the way across the UK, where we also have a weather front which is sinking southwards, taking its rain with it. The wind around the high pressure moves in a clockwise direction, so it's coming in from a north or a northeasterly direction. So along the North Sea coastline, it will be quite chilly. But this is the rain we've had, not huge amounts. There's more to come as we go through the course of the day, coming in across eastern England, getting into the Midlands, for example, the West Country and also the Channel Islands. The best of today's sunshine will be in parts of the southwest of England and also parts of South Wales and the Southwest Midlands. For the rest of us, as we're in the south of the country, it is going to be fairly cloudy and damp. Northwest England also seeing some sunshine. Northern Ireland and northern and western Scotland hanging on to a fair bit of cloud, and that cloud thick enough for some drizzle at times. But central and eastern and parts of southern Scotland basking in some sunshine today, and in that prolonged sunshine it is possible here we could see temperatures 16 or 17 degrees, so that is pretty mild for this time of year. But generally we're looking at 11 to about 13, and don't forget cooler along the North Sea coast. Now, through this evening and overnight, we still have all this rain in England and Wales. A lot of the heavy rain will be across the east, lighter towards the west, a lot of cloud and murky, particularly in the coasts and hills. But as a result, it's not going to be a particularly cold night. So as we go into tomorrow, high pressure still firmly in charge. Slight difference in the direction of the wind in the southeast. It's going to be coming from the near continent. So although we're going to start off on a cloudy and damp note, our weather front's drifting further west. Look how it brightens up in the southeast with some sunshine, but it will feel a bit nippy in the breeze. Move north and west, there'll be more cloud around, but having said that, temperatures will be that little bit higher. As for Saturday, still a fair bit of cloud around as well. Some breaks. The brightest breaks will be across eastern Scotland and northeast England. But through the day, the wind is going to strengthen across the far north of Scotland and the Northern Isles. It'll be pretty gusty. And with a weak weather front coming in as well to the northwest, we're likely to see some splashes of rain coming in as well. By the time we get to Sunday, well, the wind will ease. And once again, for many of us, it is going to be fairly cloudy. But as the high pressure sinks south next week, that will open the door to some Atlantic systems, bringing us some rain. Now again, Charlie, somewhere in the central lowlands. Pretty good.
16 or 17 degrees?
Shorts weather.
That's May, June. That's May, June.
We prefer it to be around about 28 in May or June, or July or August, actually.
Just be patient,
Imagine
Carol.
Probably about the 7th of August.
There we go. Now,
Today is going to be fairly cloudy, more or less across the board. We've got some rain across parts of England and Wales, best of the sunshine, central and southern Scotland, parts of northwest England and the southwest. But I'll have all the details coming up. You're right, Naga. Yes, good morning, everybody. So I'm going to crack on because it is quite a short one. Today is going to be fairly cloudy across much of the UK. There are some exceptions, of course. We've got some sunshine, but there's also some rain in the east. The rain already coming in across parts of Yorkshire and Lincolnshire, getting into the Midlands. We'll see some of that in East Anglia, the southeast, some getting over as far west as the West Country and into the Channel Islands. And quite a lot of cloud and murk across Northern Ireland and northern and western Scotland with some drizzle. So the best of the sunshine, parts of southwest England, parts of Wales, the southwest Midlands, northwest England, central and southern Scotland. And in central Scotland, in prolonged spells of sunshine today, it's not out with the realms of possibility that we could see 16 or 17 degrees. But generally, we're looking at between about 11 and 13. Excuse me. Now, down this North Sea coastline, with either a northerly breeze or a northeasterly, it will feel cool right on the coastline. Through this evening and overnight, we hang on to some rain across central and eastern England. The thicker cloud out towards the west producing some drizzle from time to time. 1 or 2 breaks in the cloud. That will allow the temperature to fall down to about 4 degrees around the Glasgow area. But generally, temperatures tending to hold up to about 7 or 8. Now into tomorrow, still a fair bit of cloud around. We've got a weak weather front drifting west, taking some light rain with it, and it will brighten up in the southeast with some sunshine. But with the northeasterly breeze here, it will feel quite cool once again, especially so on the coast. But as you drift further west, you'll see the temperatures that little bit higher. Again, Charlie.
Carol, thank you very much. Did you hear a noise just then by any chance?
I did, yes.
Yes, it was just a little...
Oh, poor Charlie.
Oh, Carol, please, come on.
But, oh, isn't he brilliant? The casting on The Line of Duty is just brilliant. It really is, and I'm looking forward to it myself. Anyway, good morning, everybody. What we're looking at this morning is a lot of cloud outside. Some of us will see some sunshine. Some of us will also see some rain, the heaviest of which will be in the east. And that's because we've got this weather front sinking south. But high pressure is firmly in charge of the weather once again today and will be for the next few days. So things are fairly quiet. So here comes this rain coming in across Lincolnshire, Yorkshire, East Anglia, down into the southeast, the Midlands. The West Country could see some spots as well this afternoon, as could the Channel Islands. Now for Northern Ireland, Northern and Western Scotland, there's a lot of cloud. That's thick enough for some drizzle. But the lion's share of the sunshine today will be across central and eastern Scotland, northwest England, parts of Wales, parts of the southwest Midlands, and also parts of southwest England, where of course we don't have the light rain. Temperatures generally around about 11 to 13, but in prolonged spells of sunshine across parts of central Scotland, it's not out with the realms of possibility that we see 16 or 17 degrees today. Now through this evening and overnight, we still will have some rain, the heaviest of which will be across central and eastern England. A lot of cloud, and out towards the west, some misty, murky conditions. There'll be some coastal hill fog as well, and some mist around, but as a result, temperatures tending to stay up, except for where we've got the broken cloud, where it'll be cold. For example, around Glasgow, only 4 degrees. And high pressure remains in charge of our weather during Friday. Subtle change, more of a northeasterly flow coming in across the southeast of the country. So things will be a wee bit cooler here than they have been. But again, you can see a lot of cloud. We've got our weather front draped across central areas. That's moving a bit further west, and that will allow it to brighten up with some sunshine across some central and southeastern parts of England. So with that northeasterly breeze coming on shore, if you're exposed to that, it will feel particularly chilly. But even inland, despite the sunshine, it will still feel a bit nippy. The highest temperatures will be out towards the west, where we do have all the cloud. So Glasgow seeing about 14 degrees. Now, as we head into the weekend, high pressure is still in charge of our weather. It will slowly start to sink southwards, a weather front coming in bringing some rain, and the isobars starting to squeeze together across the northern half of the country. So here, mainland Scotland, the far north, the wind will pick up, as it will in the Northern Isles, quite gusty winds, not just on Saturday, but also into Sunday. For the rest of the UK, again, fairly quiet day, quite a lot of cloud around. The brightest breaks will be across parts of northeast England and also parts of eastern Scotland. That's reflected in the temperatures with highs of 13 degrees. And then as we head into Sunday, the wind will ease in the north and there'll be a fair bit of cloud around with some spots of rain coming in from the west during the week. Nugget and Charlie.
Carol, thanks very much.